You just fucking give them beers and they explode everywhere.
Everything goes wrong at once. That's exactly what happens, dude.
Yeah.
My boss like reamed me out last week.
Oh,
No, the day before I left for Denver, he's just like, if a mistake happens like this again, we're gonna have a different kind of conversation. That's how he sounds.
What mistake did you make?
So I did this thing. So basically, I do everything's electronically, right?
It's 2022. That makes sense.
And then it was like a 6-person table. They all wanted their checks split, but 2 of them left early. So I split their checks into different tabs. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, okay. And then, but when I split the checks by seat number, basically the tabs changed, but the payment didn't move with the item. Does that make sense? So it was having them pay for like a different tab.
Oh, so it got all confused. Random
Yeah.
people paid for random stuff.
No. I made sure they paid for the right tab, but on the device it was completely fucked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I told him, I was like, I'm pretty sure I had them paid. It just, I had to like go back and figure out what I realized. I set up the tabs, and then I just need to reorganize the different tabs in the order that I had them pay for it instead of in seat number. But anyway, it's like a relationship, man, and it's like I thought everything was going well, and I do one thing wrong, and suddenly my job is on the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's the society we live in.
It's also women. You know what I'm saying?
Women?
Yeah.
Is your boss a woman? What's going on, dude? Why is it women?
Because that's what I feel like. I feel like jobs are relationships. You know what I mean? And I can't.
They're business relationships.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like a romantic relationship. You understand the difference, surely.
Yeah, but it's like very similar.
Are you in love with your job? Are you in love with your boss?
Yeah. I'm in love with my job. You know what I mean? I feel like we should do references, but for like relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, not a creep, like not insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like that's been done, but that's existed at one point.
What?
What you're talking about? There used to be like a website that you could go to like rate somebody that you dated. It was like for women to rate men.
Rate a boyfriend?
Yeah. Basically.
I don't know. Like I felt good about my job until then, and now it's just I'm
on to shit, dude.
my confidence. It's
but I still don't understand what mistake you made if you made sure everybody paid the right thing.
Basically,
that's what I'm confused about. I don't understand what the problem is.
I guess this is the Small Boys podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the Small Boys podcast where
I'm Bill Bennett.
Really get into the inside baseball of being a waiter at a local Kansas City.
This is what you do before you start hosting at famous clubs for $50 a night.
Yeah, exactly. What did you? I don't understand. Where is the place that you work at? Like whereabouts? Is it in Overland Park?
Yeah, Red Door. It's literally like 7 minutes away from here.
Oof.
Oh, what's wrong with?
Dude, I don't know. I just feel like you probably get a lot of like customers complaining about shit in this area.
Yeah.
You get a lot of entitled people down here.
And then
They're entitled to you fucking being on your best behavior all the time, dude, as a waiter.
Someone said that like sucks. Serving is like a sadomasochistic people-pleasing thing. It's like, please give me money, please like me, and then they tip you like 18%, and then they're like, oh, I guess, you know, since they're 80, inflation has like changed their perception of money. Do you really like the Hamm's beer?
Yeah, man. I mean, here's the thing. I think I've had Stella Artois, and what was the other one?
Modelo.
Modelo's alright, like, but dude, nothing beats a shitty little fucking beer, you know?
It tastes like
nothing beats a 12-ounce can of a fucking 50-cent beer.
It tastes like battery ass.
It tastes like water, dude. It tastes like slightly flavored water.
Oh, this is what is the fucking flavored water of beer? What is it called? God, I'm a terrible podcaster. Let's talk.
You're doing a great job, dude.
So
You're a better podcaster than you are a waiter. but that's not really saying much.
So I've been watching a lot of white nationalist videos.
Really?
I've become radicalized.
You're a white nationalist now?
No. I've been watching a lot of debate videos because you know me. I'm actually trying to fight for the proletariat and minorities. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take it over.
You're so good, dude. That's so big of you.
Yeah, I'm doing canvassing for politics for voter registration.
There you go, dude.
We're taking it down.
Wait, you're removing. you want to purge the voter rolls? Is that what you're saying?
Removing all
You're taking down
suffrage.
voter registration.
Me and the communist governor Laura Kelly are just designed to remove all freedom of speech.
Radical socialist Laura Kelly.
Yeah, and we're starting with the college campuses. You know what I mean, dude? I'm gonna be canvassing at
College campuses are a hotbed for revolutionary activity, dude.
and also hotbeds, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying,
Bill, dude? You dog.
Dude,
Bill.
I pick up chicks when I was canvassing for legalization of weed.
Wow.
Unironically.
Holy cow.
Two hot biddies. You know what I'm saying?
Biddies?
Biddies like 23 or 24-year-old. You know what I mean?
That's what a biddy is?
Yeah.
Is that really what a biddy means?
What is
I just thought it meant like a girl, you know?
like a biddy is like a
Is like a specific age of woman? That can't be right, dude.
How do you spell biddy?
Well, I think it would be Bitty.
A hired girl or cleaning woman.
Okay, well, we were both wrong.
Biddies.
But scroll down to like the next, what are you on, Urban Dictionary?
No, Merriam-Webster. And then the next one is disparaging, women especially, an elderly woman.
No, dude, go to Urban Dictionary.
Biddy, Urban Dictionary, a slutty young woman.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Two hot biddies.
Yeah, but you said 24 or 25 years
Yeah.
old.
That's their prime. That's
24 or 25.
That's a prime. That's a prime age. It's like it's right before you want to cut them down. You know what I'm saying?
24 and 25.
Yeah, 23 more specific.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's they're reap for harvest. You know what I'm saying? Ripe.
What a fucking insane thing you just said. They're reap for harvest.
Yeah, they're reap for harvest.
And then they're ripe. You said
Ripe.
Ripe for harvest.
Yeah, but you reap when.
Do you ever think that maybe talking about women the way you do is going to come back to haunt you at some point? I think that maybe there's going to be like a future where things are going well for you, and then somebody scours through all of the tapes of the Small Boys podcast just years and years ago, dude. You know, 10 years down the line, you get taken down because you fucking said that you like women that are ripe for the harvest.
Yeah, I do. I feel like there's
really
like.
Towing the line here, Bill.
Speaking about towing the line, apparently posted something on Instagram which was too hot for our social media overlords, and it was removed. Remember the I want to kill shirt?
Yeah.
I want to kill so badly. 4 months later, the Instagram post is removed.
I mean, I'm honestly surprised it wasn't sooner.
Why?
Because it's an insane shirt, dude. It's like an unhinged. It makes you seem like an unstable person.
Which.
And dangerous, too. You know?
But I'm not.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, like, I know that. You know, I'm not fucking scared of you. But Instagram doesn't know that. You know?
Yeah, but.
To them, you're just wearing a shirt that's like, I want to kill. This is a legitimate threat. I will kill somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get why it's funny in like an ironic sort of sense, because I know you, but you could understand how that would come off to somebody that you don't know as insane, right?
You know, but
surely you understand.
But surely, you know.
No, Bill. Surely you understand.
You know,
how that could come off. Bill, answer my question.
I'm a famous.
Bill, answer my question.
I'm a famous comedian. I'm a famous.
No, you're not.
That's everybody's response. I'd make a joke in high school, and they're like, "You can't say that." Well, my favorite comedian says something similar, and they're like, "You're not that. You're not a comedian. You're not funny."
I'm not saying that you're not a comedian, and I'm not saying that you're not funny. I'm saying you're not a famous comedian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, the line is so blurred. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't. I know that you're supposed to, like, yes and on these things. But I think it's important that you start getting checked on the things that you say. I think it's important that people start standing up to you, Bill.
I just want to be treated like a goddamn human being, okay? And for me to say when I want to kill people, to not be taken seriously.
Dude, it's not, you didn't even just say it, you bought a shirt with it on there.
Yeah.
And then posted it. People don't know. People don't know that you're it's a joke. You seem insane, dude. It makes you look insane to strangers.
Yeah, but it's like, that's why they're strange. Or, you know what I mean? They shouldn't be counted, you know what I mean? They don't know me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you could see why that's bad.
But you know what I mean? You should,
for them to all think that you're like crazy.
But
right?
you know,
why do you want them to feel
give
that
me.
way?
I want.
You're doing it on purpose, dude. Drop it for just a second. Be honest, Bill. Be honest. You like making people uncomfortable.
Do I? Do you think I like?
You do, dude. You get your kicks off of making people uncomfortable. I know that you do.
What would you mean by that?
Bill, don't fuck with me, dude. Don't fucking play, Bill.
I think I like making people happy.
Dude,
Jake Redpath.
This actually isn't a podcast. This is an interview.
I think I like making people happy, Jake.
Dude, Will Francis said that about your podcast. He was like, it was in the group chat for Who's Yard. He said, after you asked people to be on your podcast in there, he said, and then Kaylee put you in timeout. He goes, yeah, Bill's podcast is just an intervention that he has on himself every week, but never seems to work.
This is unfair. This is like, I'm 19. You know, I don't get put in timeouts anymore. I had a birthday, and Kaylee didn't even say happy birthday to me. She said, have a timeout.
Kaylee didn't tell you happy birthday?
True. Yeah.
That's messed up, dude.
And I just wanted to know if the show was still happening. I invited a
Do you think that she hates Asian people?
I think it's
part of it.
I mean, I haven't seen her say one nice thing about my mother.
Wow, that's damning. Kaylee, what do you have to say for yourself?
I think it's
what do you have to say? Do you have anything nice to say about Bill's mom? Perhaps. Maybe about Asian culture in general?
In fact, she wouldn't even eat most of my mom's food because she was a vegetarian.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
The amorph.
That's eye-opening.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm shocked.
The great thing about Asian people is their eyes. You know anything about that? They have like that third eye because their eyes are just so unique.
You know, Bill, I thought that maybe we could team up and like gang up on somebody else, but you said that. And so now I got it.
So, okay, I hope
Kaylee Carr, great guy.
great guy gal. Not I like to
Oh my god. I wasn't even trying to. That's not what I meant.
I see Kaylee.
I say everybody's a great guy.
I see like Kaylee as like an amorphous blob. I like to a lot of see people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, as time has gone on and the world is changing, gender is mattering less and less.
I'm seeing
That's kind of nice, dude.
that right behind you. That's how I see Kaylee. She's a hot dog in a beanie. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I hope me having timeout wasn't me getting unbooked from the show. I hope that's not the same thing.
I guess we'll never know.
I invited somebody to come, so I mean, yeah.
Nice.
And they said maybe we'll see.
Who'd you invite?
A girl. Yeah, girl I met off Tinder.
Dude, I would be so ecstatic to meet the kind of girls that are willing to meet up with you in real life.
Women are so fucking cool. I don't know how you can like confuse that. Women are so fucking cool.
I'm not saying that they aren't cool.
Yeah, especially the women that I talk to.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying that they aren't. I said that I'm excited to meet them.
They don't put me in timeout except in bed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No, like I don't hate women. I don't hate women or minorities.
Usually people who start sentences by saying "I don't hate women,"
dude,
those people usually don't hate women.
On like a sort of similar note, my pussy jokes are getting to like the next level. You know what I mean?
Nice, dude.
Yeah, dude. I made it. I have a joke where it's like,
that's revolutionary, dude.
You're
fucking really exploring new comedic territory.
My favorite. No one's made.
Wow.
People say I'm like Mark Norman, Norm Macdonald. I keep hearing it like, oh my god, you remind me of. People have like come up to me. Some like audience members came up to me after the show at Rhino because I do. Yeah.
What show, Rhino?
The open mic that I do. Yeah.
Which audience members?
I don't know. Just they're audience members. I don't know. I don't see them.
Do you think that maybe they don't know what they're talking about?
I think that they're huge fans of comedy. I think that they're huge fans of comedy, and I think that doing comedy and watching comedy is a whole different thing. And those people, they're really good at watching comedy. You know what I mean? And so they know.
Okay.
But I want to give you an example, a little taste of the pussy jokes. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna do your pussy for me.
Yeah, just quick.
All right.
I just want you to experience.
I guess I gotta listen to your pussy jokes. You gave me a beer, so it's fine.
So tastes like pussy. It tastes like pussy. It tastes like alkaline. It tastes like the can.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
You were so strongly saying that it did, and then I just said no, it doesn't. You said okay.
I mean, if you can believe that, that's what my mom says. You can believe that if you want to. That's what my mom says. It's like when I die, I want to be buried in pussy, preferably only after also being drowned in it. Then I can finally rest. You know, like in pussy. Okay. I like it.
No. Let's just sit.
I like it.
Let's just sit and quietly reflect about what you just said.
I like it. I think it walks the line between makes you think and mentally disabled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that thin line between makes you think and mentally disabled.
Yeah.
That incredibly hard to walk line between two diametric ends of a spectrum.
Yeah. There's this joke. I'm going to say another joke because I guess I just want to see, like, these are new material. It's like, you know, this bitch thinks I'm going to kill myself. Bitch, bro. I am going to kill myself. Know what I'm saying?
That's not, dude. I mean, it's a joke. It's just a joke, right?
Yeah.
You're not actually going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I care about you. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Or killing anybody.
Yeah, or killing.
You're
not going to kill anybody or hurt yourself. And so what I will say as your friend is that I'm really sad to hear you say that joke right now.
This you know,
tell that joke makes me sad.
I love like freedom of speech. You know what I mean? I love like there's so much you can say. There's so much you can say. I love saying everything that you can say. That's my favorite thing. So when I say like I want to kill people, I want to kill myself, pussy, N-word, kill women, you know what I mean?
Why?
You know what I mean? Because words are so goddamn cool. You know what I mean? As English being my second language. Because I don't know. It's just like it's what I think about. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
It's just
what is going on, man? I don't understand. This, can I tell you, this is starting to feel a little surreal. Are you about to admit something to me?
No. So like
podcast? Are you gonna try to kill me?
I don't know. It's like I wish I could do other things. I wish I had a more diverse joke pool, but I can only talk about my life experience and my feelings. And I don't want to kill women.
Your life experiences. Murdering women is
Yeah,
like a life
yeah,
experience.
yeah. It's not, but it's like a joke. I guess it's
right. Well, that's okay, but don't say that it's your life experience.
Yeah, but like I guess it's like it's just what I think about. This is a hole I've dug myself into.
Yeah, we're really. I'm telling you, dude. This is gonna be your downfall.
This is a chasm.
At some point, people are going to come back to this, and either it's going to be because they're making a Netflix documentary about how you murdered a woman, or because dude, they're gonna like talk to all of us and be like, "How did you know?" And be like, "Well, he did have a shirt at one point that said he wanted to kill people, and he did say that he wanted to kill women all the time, but." I don't know. We all just thought he was joking.
Yeah.
But he was pretty serious.
Satire, comedy.
Yeah. There's truth in comedy, dude.
Yeah. I make skin suits out of women. So I have this shirt. It's
made out of a woman.
I went to Denver and I bought a fuck ton of souvenirs. I bought like a Stein. I should have given you that. I bought like a beer mug, coffee, and I bought I went to a sex shop in Denver.
Sex shop.
I never been to a sex shop in my local area because I feel like that's a little bit too compromising. You know what I mean?
Why?
You know, because it's hard getting around when you've dated like every woman in the local metropolitan city. So it's just like awkward to be like, oh yeah, like I used to fuck you, now I'm fucking somebody else, or fucking myself, you know what I'm saying? So I went to a sex shop in Denver, and I didn't get any of the sex toys. I just wanted to just ask around, like, hey, what's the difference between glass and plastic? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, even funnier than you driving out of state to go to a sex shop, which I'm now convinced is what your entire trip to Denver was about. And you were just like, oh, I'll do comedy shows to hide what I'm actually out here to do, which is to go to a sex shop. Even funnier than that is the idea that you don't know the difference between glass and plastic just in general.
I asked, like, what's the difference between glass and plastic sex toys? You know what I mean?
One's glass and one is plastic.
But it's like, I've never thought about the applications of glass and plastic in my asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man.
That's
what seems like a pretty. I mean, you've come in contact with glass and plastic outside of things that go in your butt.
Yeah, but I've never. She told me like, oh, glass you can heat up or cold up. It's easier to clean.
Toss it in the freezer.
Yeah, and then it's like you have like an ice popsicle in your butt. You know what I'm saying? And it said and then I guess plastic. I don't know about sex toys. Yeah, it's so expensive. I've the only time where I've thought about like, I have sex toys that I've never used. In my,
what kind of sex toys do you have?
I have a vibrator.
Okay, alright.
Because I love women and like women's pleasures it's like tantamount.
Very big of you, Bill. You're so brave.
The last time I hooked up with a girl, she came and I didn't.
Wow. Bill Bennett, everybody.
Loves women.
People
loves women.
People at home listening to this, or at their office or whatever, are standing up and clapping right now because you fucking
flick that bean.
You're a fucking hero, dude. You flicked that bean.
They call me Mr. Bean, naturally.
Right, dude. How many people listen to this? It's gotta be very few.
It's like a elementary school classroom. That's
17 people.
Like 20 to 30. Jake, you can't downplay this podcast. This is
I'm not downplaying anything, dude.
Okay, you know what? We
We're just getting started.
We almost beat out Aaron Scarborough in terms of Instagram followers. The national prayer.
Wow.
Okay,
I
Jake.
didn't realize that you and Aaron had rival podcasts.
We do because
That's crazy. Does he know that?
Yes, he does. I actually have like a clip of me confronting him because he's made threats.
What did he say?
He said that we will have swift action against you and your affiliated, what is it, people? I don't know how to say. Was it compatriots, compadres, comrades? Yeah. We will file swift action against you and your compatriots. You will not be able to see us or even comprehend our future actions. Something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Do I need to like pick sides, you think?
Only if you're a Marxist.
Getting to that point where you have to pick sides.
Have you?
It's gonna break the entire comedy scene apart. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, because you and Aaron Scarborough are such titans.
Yeah.
Of the podcast.
We produce like us together. We produce 2/3 of the comedy shows. You know what I mean?
2/3 of the comedy podcast.
Me and Small Boys Comedy. Yeah.
What? You mean podcasts? You don't mean shows.
Yeah, we mean shows. I mean shows. I mean, I'm gonna conquer comedy.
That's great, Bill.
Like I'm gonna 100% it. Comedy Works Denver, Comedy Store, Comedy Cellar. Be like when you ever like do something, you're like you either like a puzzle or like a music, like a book. It's like did it. I don't need to do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? Check it off my list. You know, The Perfect Joke. Check it off my list. Pussy jokes. Check it off my list. You know what I mean? Conquer it.
Dude, have you ever considered that maybe it should just be you on the podcast? And you shouldn't have any guests?
I can't.
Do you ever think that maybe it should be just you sitting there in that chair, video recording yourself and talking into the microphone? Because honestly, dude, at this point, it feels like you don't even need me here. Really? Yeah. Dude, I feel like a fly on the wall at this point.
You used to have two other people.
Dude, you're steering this ship.
You know, I was afraid having only two people, but you're saying that like I bought these microphones for nothing?
I'm saying even less people. Dude, maybe there should be nobody on the podcast. Have you considered that? Have you considered that maybe, you know?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like who.
Maybe you're hurting people.
I'm making people unhappy. Okay, let's get happy. I meant to say making people happy. I want to get back to this thing. You think I like making people uncomfortable? Let's think.
Yes.
Let's think. Dude. I think what I actually like is controlling people's comfortability. I think that's it.
But that's even more fucked up. That's even worse, Bill.
I like people happy. I make people happy. It's just.
I like make people happy. I like make people happy.
I do like make people happy, and then it's like it's just that I think I make people uncomfortable by just like existing. You know what I mean? Interesting. Is this a complex?
I don't think that that's always the case.
I think it's like.
I don't think that that's 100% true about you. You don't always make. I mean, you don't make me that uncomfortable, Bill. But when you do, it's pretty palpable.
Isn't it pulpable?
No, it's palpable.
Pulpable. I thought it's like
Palpable.
I guess I thought it was like it's like you can feel the pulp in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's like orange juice. The air, the tension, it feels like orange juice.
You're wrong. I'm right.
Okay, so I just feel like you know, maybe this goes back to my father. Okay. When I was younger, and he was just like, why are you so weird? What's wrong with you? Yeah, and he would say that like multiple times.
I mean, hey, dude, there's nothing wrong with being a little weird.
And then and then it's like, I get no pussy.
I thought that you'd get tons of pussy. You said.
Like I think of
lying?
Yes.
Lying about it?
Yes.
Have you ever thought about just being more honest?
Okay, so this is honest. This is mask off. So what do you want to hear from me? What do you ask me a question?
All right. What do you think the biggest things that you have to work on in your life are?
being surrounded by loved ones and doing things that would be considered a compliment, so I can have value as a man in this patriarchal heteronormative society.
Have you considered maybe focusing that down a little bit into some more specific things? Some more. What are your near-term goals?
I don't want to lose my job.
What are your short-term goals?
I want to go on a date with a nice girl.
Okay.
I want to.
These are all kind of vague, though. Do you have anything specific?
I want to keep doing this podcast.
Keep it to comedy. Podcasting. What is your goal for this podcast? Besides to keep doing it.
I kind of want to become I'm a big fan of podcasting personalities and things that are associated with that, and it's a skill I'd like to develop. I like to figure out my own format, my own personality, and have the ability to not feel the pressure of being like, oh, I'm recording a conversation right now.
But do you know what I mean by it? Do you know what a goal is? Do you have a goal that's I want to have
milestone
X amount of listeners by this time or something. I want to grow my following by this much in this amount of time. Have you ever considered maybe making one of those goals so that way you have something to sort of channel your energy and effort towards?
No.
You should. It could be really good for you, Bill. I feel like you are smarter than people think.
Whoa.
You're smarter than you appear to be, and that's and you could achieve. You should make some short-term goals for yourself, Bill.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that you know
you want to kill women.
That I'm not mentally disabled.
Oh no, 100%, dude.
I am mentally disabled.
You're 100%
I just, when I'm serious, people respond like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Why do you think about it so much?
Like what?
Why do you care so much?
Like with what?
Everything.
Like what? Give an example.
Hey, it's just talking about social interactions, or hey, why'd you do that? And I'd say I'd be authentic, and people don't like that. It's not funny to be able to hey, I just perceive what you did. I don't know. And then me, I don't know. I think I've just isolated myself from the rest of society because I'm I know what is being normal, but I completely reject it.
Yeah, dude, this is such a manifesto. This podcast episode.
I'm
your manifesto.
I'm the supreme gentleman. I am the perfect man.
Oh my God.
I drive around.
Stop.
I drive around the city.
Don't do it. Stop it.
I drive around the city.
Don't do it, Bill. Cut it out, man.
I drive around this.
It's not worth it. It's not worth what you're about to do, dude. He's gonna do it. You need to stop, dude. I'm helping you. I'm saving you. I'm intervening. This is an intervention. Stop it, Bill.
I'm driving around the city.
No, Bill. No, dude. Do not do it.
I'm driving around the city and women aren't approaching me. What is their problem? Do they hate me or something? Do they hate me? Do women hate me?
Yeah.
But I think okay, but I genuinely love people of the opposite gender, and most of my close friendships are with women because guys aren't as emotional and self-aware as women are, and I don't know, they're pretty, and I care about them deeply, and I think it's really bad that we live in a society in which that constantly systematically pushes them down away from roles that they have to be in, but also I kind of want to be able to just be. I want to just be a house husband. You know what I mean? I want to be able to date socioeconomically up for, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Bill.
I thought about making this a bit, but I don't think it's a good bit because I think it's.
Good. We're back to doing
I don't think this is true. I don't think this is true because I think in bits because I'm a comedian. You know what I mean? It's
You can't turn it off.
Yeah, I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
it's like a faucet. You know what I mean? It's just I'm gonna burst. You know what I mean? I'm gonna blow.
Yeah, dude. It's like when you bend a hose in half, bro.
Yeah, the hose. Yeah. Doing comedy is like serial killing. I have a joke about that.
Just like it. I hate. Can I tell you this? So I hate when people do this. This thing that's like you're kind of doing it. You're doing it ironically, though. You're joking. But I hate when people do the thing where they're like, "Dude, people, you gotta be crazy." And it's like, no, you don't. I'm a relatively well-adjusted adult. You know, I'm fine. I'm a decent person.
I think
you don't have to be insane to do comedy. I think that people just say that because they want to fucking
fetishize it.
Yeah, well, they just think that it fucking makes them cool and excuses their shitty behavior.
I don't know. I think
fucking crazy.
I think it's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's like a different vocation, but it's difficult like any other job is in a different way because it's just like you're kind of in a way, at least. Some of the parts you're like grinding and then you're just it's kind of like you're seeking people's approval in a way. Does that make sense?
Well, it's literally the entire point of doing comedy is that because you're seeking people's approval, you want to make strangers laugh at you.
Yeah, it can kind of warp your like perception of your own ego, especially when you're doing well.
Yeah, you find that.
Yeah, no. Let's. Okay. You're more perceptive than most because you can tell that I'm actually like a genius, like an intellectual powerhouse. So
you're really putting some words in my mouth there. Bro.
So
I would. Those aren't the words that I would use.
So
whatever.
I
don't want to split hairs. That's not how I would say it.
What does that mean?
Split hairs.
Are you like cutting my hairs apart? Is splitting hairs like are you moving my hair apart?
Splitting hairs is like a turn of phrase where you know, it's like being a pedant, like
pedantic?
Yeah, pedantic or being a pedant.
You're a peasant.
No, pedant. Like somebody who's concerned with, you know.
Can you just say pedantic?
Pedantic, being a pedant. They're the same thing.
That's very interesting, Jake. So, let's go back to this. So, this making people uncomfortable thing. I'm trying to think about it. I think I am actually like outside the norms of society by like quite an amount.
Fucking living on the edge, bro.
I feel like there's.
You're in your mom's basement, living on the edge, dude. This isn't normal at all.
I feel like.
A teenager who lives at home.
A comedian. So this is a story. This is a real story. This happened at Knuckleheads. I won't say which specific comedians, but a new comedian that I hadn't met before, went up to another comedian and said, like, who's this kid? And he said, it's Bill. And then he said, this guy is weird as fuck.
Really?
And then the other comedian went, yeah, he's Bill.
Who were the comedians?
Oh, I don't want to say. One of them was Steven Taylor.
The last Knucklehead show?
No.
Dude, come on.
I need
Spit it out, bro.
need to come out now.
Don't fucking. I mean, dude, if they watch it, they'll know that you're talking about them anyways. You might as well get the view.
Mr. Myers.
Oh, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it would have been because he probably hasn't met you before.
Yeah, he's just swell guy. He's swell. That's how I describe him.
Jared's a perfectly nice.
Yeah, he's swell.
Perfectly good comedian.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I can't compliment. I guess I can't. I don't know him like intimately.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't know.
So like I just want to preface that like I'm a normal person, like I'm a nice person. People like
you're
me.
Doing a preface, but we're like halfway through the podcast. You know what I mean?
I just like if
you should start doing your prefaces at the beginning.
So I just want you to know, I don't know if you know this, but somebody was actually denied a job because they were on this podcast.
Who?
Vanessa Moriarty.
What job was she denied?
Google.
That's crazy.
they Googled her.
Oh.
And then I think Jory was co-hosting at the time, and I think he said too many N-words. Not cool for Google, even though she didn't do anything. She was a part of the N-word crew. So guilt by association, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That's like a nice ring to it. N-word by association. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's like if you hang around the wrong people, you know, you'll start being bad.
Oh my god, dude. Do you understand what you just... I don't even think that you realize
the bad people being...
you just sounded.
The bad people being, like, the people who say the N-word.
Oh, okay.
What?
Thank you for clarifying, dude.
I don't know what you meant.
Dude, I didn't say anything.
I don't know what you meant.
Who said it?
I don't know what you meant. I don't know what you meant. I don't know what you meant.
You're not gonna fucking, like, flip this around on me.
I don't know what you meant.
You said it, and then I was like, Jesus Christ, and then you were like, no, you're wrong.
You're racist. Yeah, you're racist. So you're the type of people who thinks that I was a racist person for asking.
I have not called you racist.
You're the type of you're the type of person to think.
Dude, don't raise your hand at me, bro.
You're the type of person to think I'm racist for.
I'm not saying. I never said.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry, dude. You don't want your guests to talk on your fucking podcast? Jesus Christ, dude! I'm telling you, you don't even need me here.
I need you. I need you.
You only need me as a totem to fucking talk at. You know what I mean? You could put a giant stuffed bear in this chair, and it would be almost no different than the podcast we have recorded today.
Would that be a good bit? Like, hey, this is the guest. This is it's Morty from Rick and Morty. We got him on the podcast, and he's my best friend now. I'm gay. That's my impression of Morty. Okay, so you're the type of person to think that I'm racist for asking, like, Hillary Holt if she wanted some watermelon when she came over to my house.
Jesus, no.
These people said I was racist for that.
Who?
Hillary.
Okay, well, I mean... I don't know, dude. I can't possibly guess your motives.
That's what I'm saying.
You're a fucking dude. You're like I don't even understand you. And I don't. Oh my god.
Would you categorize as the feeling you're feeling it now as uncomfortable?
No, I would categorize it as frustrated.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking that I would like you to go get me another beer.
Can you talk? Can you talk while?
Yeah, I'll talk while you're gone. Go ahead. Hey, America. Just want to take a minute to apologize for everything that Bill has said or will say on this podcast, and not because I necessarily think it's so wrong, but because I know that in just a short amount of time, Bill will look back on this and realize that most of this was very ill-advised. What are you doing? Jesus Christ.
I'm living on the fringes of society, okay? I don't want to become another victim of your conformity. I don't want to become another casualty of your society.
41.
Yeah, man. But it's better this time because I recently learned I'm a physics guy. I like learning how things move. I recently learned if you spin a bottle like left to right clockwise, it would actually create a centrifugal force that prevents the beer from exploding as much as it would normally.
Open this up all the way. It wouldn't explode. So whatever you did, whatever you fucking read is wrong, dude. Your little fucking science experiment didn't work.
Okay, so no, I just feel like I'm living on the fringes of society, man.
Not, though, you understand?
What do you mean? I have a manifesto. I have to be living on some edge line of society if I have a manifesto.
What's your manifesto say?
My manifesto says we live in a patriarchal, heteronormative society, which infantilizes women and makes me have to fucking keep the goddamn bathroom seat down, even though it's actually objectively easier to leave it down, to leave it up so they can put it down whenever they want. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like you're projecting a little bit, I guess.
What does that mean?
I feel like you infantilize women, and then you're projecting that on the rest of society.
I don't. You know what neoteny means? Neoteny means?
Bill, I don't even think that you know how to say the word that you're trying to say, dude.
Neoteny. So because I read, I don't say things.
Let's see. How's the word spelled? Bill?
It's neo.
You don't even know, dude.
So neoteny. Wait. So neo. So it's the idea of that, like, we kind of like raise people to be infinite like, because that's like, it's the idea we raise like animals to be infinite like, because it's how we'd like to see them as children, and then we kind of do that with women. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, can you give me like an example? Can you give me an example of what you mean?
So,
because I don't know, dude. I don't think of women as little children.
No, but some people do, is what I'm saying. So,
sure, I believe it, but like,
so people.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just asking you to please articulate what you mean.
So people have a joke. It's like, oh, I have 2 kids and a wife at home that doesn't work, which means I have 3 kids. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's just.
Who says that joke? That's insane.
I don't know. I guess you're not hanging out with the base department. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, I must not be skilled enough.
I mean, have you not heard stuff like that? It's just.
No.
I don't think I hang around fucked up people, but like, that idea has always been like thrown around, and this idea of that, like, women don't have any like personal responsibility, and that they're made to like be a part of the family and like give birth to children, you know what I mean, or take care of children.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely, like, traditional gender roles exist, and like people are conservative, especially in the area that we live in. There are like a lot of conservative people who believe that stuff. I've come in contact with that. I've never heard it put in terms of women or children.
Just a little, like,
dude, whatever you're trying to do to justify being into kids.
That's okay. That's also what I'm saying. I'm never gonna have a political career. I've given up on this already.
Oh, thank God, dude. You think that this is what's stopping you from having a political career? Because you have a podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's the down.
I feel like there's some other things on the list of things that are preventing you from becoming a politician that are higher than this podcast. I think if I was president, I would single-handedly fix the China-U.S. conflict. How?
Because I would become leader of both. You know what I mean? Because I got dual citizenship. You know what I mean? I'd start doing Taiwan would be like, we'd build a bridge from Taiwan to California. You know what I mean? And then we just chill. I'm coming up with good ideas. So people think I'm an idiot, but like, I have a lot of good ideas, and I'm like much smarter than I come off of, and
you come off of?
Yeah.
Cool.
Than I come off of. Okay. Yeah, come off of what I'm saying.
What do you mean come off as?
English is also my second language, so there's like a language barrier.
I'm being pedantic.
You're a pedant.
Yeah,
okay. So, and I just, how do you think I see women?
I don't know, Bill. could I possibly answer that?
I think I love...
I don't care. I don't care how you say it. I don't give a fuck. Jesus.
Well, I love women, and I like... Dude, I go out of my way.
Whoever's listening to this, just turn it off. I came on this podcast to campaign against people listening to this podcast. Think of what you guys are doing to yourselves every week. You don't have to do it.
I feel like this is like, you know, like inside the mind of Mencia. This is inside the mind of Bill. Dude, I have drool on my microphone right now. Yeah. And there's also hair in it.
Yeah, dude. Every genius that I know drools.
Dude, it's really weird. Sometimes you just forget to keep saliva in your mouth. It's just like sometimes when you live in, like, I feel like I'm living in another plane of existence.
Bill,
like,
where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Conquering comedy. I told you, Madison Square Garden, Comedy Cellar, Comedy Works, Denver.
What happens when that doesn't happen in 10 years?
Probably kill myself.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good...
Then for everybody's sake, I hope it works.
Dude, what if I like change the landscape of comedy? Like, I feel like I'm very scared because I do politics. And,
you have too much power, dude.
Yeah. It's like, what if everybody becomes incels? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
People are fucking less and less as time goes on. We're all gonna be like Japan. You know what I mean? We're all gonna be freaks.
You think people are becoming more incel-ish?
Yeah, because like, less people are fucking.
I feel like it's less. People are becoming less incelish.
No, more people are becoming incels. They're just not calling themselves that. No, people are just fucking losers. They spend all day in their room doing nothing all day.
I really cannot fucking believe the way that you are talking right now. It's like you're portraying it as you're talking about everybody else, but the more and more you say, the more and more I'm convinced that you're talking about yourself. Dude.
No, people.
You know what I mean? It just seems impossible to me that this could possibly be the way that you perceive everybody else.
No, yeah, people.
But that you're unable to reflect and see the ways that maybe the stuff you're saying pertains to your own life.
No, people are spending less and less time, like,
great. I'm so happy.
In real life.
I'm so happy that it seems like what I just said didn't even... It's like you didn't even listen to it, you know?
People are spending...
Well, do you know, dude, talking to you is really weird sometimes because it feels like you're having a conversation with, like, at me, and then when I say something, it's like it doesn't even... It's like it doesn't even exist, you know?
Yeah. That's a valid point you just brought up. Then again, people don't leave their houses. You know what I'm saying? That is like a valid point, but I'd also like to finish my point. You know what I mean?
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
No,
I interrupted you again.
So you know, like people don't want to like live in real life. People don't actually want to fuck. They'd rather like they'd like the attention of sexual activity. They don't actually like the idea of doing it. More people would actually, people think that hanging out is going in Discord, not using hang out in real, like using Discord to hang out in real life. Like Facebook, when it first came out, it used to be like, hey, what are parties? Were like local college campuses. Like, what can I do in Facebook to actually hang out with real people in real life? But now it's like, I have Discord friends, and I spend 8 hours a day talking to them when I'm not playing Stardew Valley. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah, but that's not most people, man.
But it's becoming more like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, the percentage of people that are like that still isn't... It's not a very... sizable percentage of people like in the United States or in the world.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
A small percent of people that use the internet even. You know what I mean? I can kind of understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that I think that you are sort of entrenched in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, maybe to a degree it would appear. And so you're projecting that onto
the rest of society?
The rest of society when that's not necessarily the case.
Well, know? I'm speaking for the people, you know. I'm worried about like the causes that affect them. I mean, it's just
they need a person like you to speak.
They do. There's not a good incel spokesperson, believe it or not. There's not a good NEET spokesperson. You know what NEET means?
NEET?
Yeah.
No.
NEET means not enrolled, employed, or in training. It means you're a fucking loser. You know what I mean?
That says that. I mean, is that always? It's not the case that the people like that are always.
Yeah. No, it's just an idea of like, type of people that are on the internet, or like I often feel like an incel. I feel like a NEET. I feel like.
Oh, do you feel like an incel, dude?
Yeah.
Weird.
I've fucked. I've had sex with women.
Sure.
Yeah, and I touched them. I touched a woman today, actually.
Wow.
I spilled some ketchup on her arm. Then I grabbed her arm and then I wiped it off, and she said, "Thank you."
Oh my god.
And honest to God, I was like, "Wow, I touched a woman." Do you know what I mean?
Man, what happened to you?
I don't have a father figure in my life. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Or
is there anything that you want to ask me about?
So
is there anything that you want to know about me?
You like Chinese things? So what made you want to get into learning Chinese and eating the food and asking poorly paid workers in their native language?
Well, the lady that I talked to owned the Chinese restaurant.
And they don't even pay taxes.
I like Chinese culture. I think it's really interesting. You know, it's very old, and that's very fascinating. There's an interesting and rich history in that country, and that's what makes learning the language so valuable. And also just the benefits of being able to communicate with upwards of 2 billion people. You know?
Yeah. I think it's like a next step in me taking over the world, like knowing Chinese. It's that, and then Spanish, and it's like now everybody in the back of the house in my restaurant, they call me Chino, and that's because I'm taking over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my nickname, Chino, and Miguel Ruiz said I shouldn't let them call me that.
What does it mean?
It means Chinese.
Why is that so bad?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that happens. I mean, it's not like a slur, right?
I don't.
Is it a slur?
Think so. What's the difference? It's like whitey. I don't know.
Well, I think that the difference is like, you know, it's not incorrect to call you're a Chinese person, you know, but that's not wrong to say. Yeah. And I mean, there are like instances where like people are given the nicknames, like a nickname based on the place that they're from, you know.
Arkansas.
Like that. Well, maybe not Arkansas. Really what I would think of.
I'm thinking of.
Hey, Reno.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Something like that.
I'm thinking like Zombieland. You ever watch Zombieland?
Hollywood. That's a thing people call.
I think you've gone Hollywood on me. I think the whole Kansas City comedy scene has gone Hollywood on me. I think they had like one group chat with like 20 people in it, and I got put in timeout. And by timeout they mean removed from it.
Have you ever thought about maybe reflecting in the ways about the ways that timeout could have been your fault? What I'm asking is, have you ever given personal accountability some thought?
I've thought about it, yes.
And?
I don't know. I just think I have to express myself. I mean, okay. Within boundaries, I don't think I was like violating any like social mores of the situation. I think I was just being a little bit eccentric, trying to have fun in like a comedian group chat.
What did you say in there?
Do you not remember, or were you there?
Not exactly. I mean, I don't.
So
I didn't want to scroll up and read stuff.
I
don't really give a fuck.
We can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, what happened?
So I think I said, "Hey guys, is this still happening?" I texted that because I was worried because I was invited a girl, and and also I haven't really done a lot in Kansas City recently, but and then they're like, "Yeah, it is still happening," and then Tristan Newell said, "Hey, like Aaron said he might want to come on and do this. If you guys want to open that can of beans," and it's like, then I went, "I'd like to open his can of beans," if you know what I'm saying. And then they added Aaron Scarborough, and I was like, "Hey Aaron, do you want to do my podcast tomorrow?" Afternoonish, and then that's timeout. That's timeout.
Do you think that maybe you could have been put in timeout because you were using a group chat for a specific purpose to goof off? Do you have respect for other people at all?
You know, like an ex-girlfriend used to say this to me. She was just like, "Oh, you're a stand-up comedian? Why does everything to you have to be a joke?" You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, I thought it was within the boundaries of normalcy, and I was just trying to, have a little fun times. I thought we were all friends in there. I thought that was the whole point of everything. And if I was told to stop, I would have just stopped. I mean, I feel like I'm not unhinged. Okay, I'm not unhinged. I'm a door with all the hinges on it. I'm an attached door to a wall. I'm part of the foundation. What are you looking at me like that for?
Dude, sometimes it's good to just let you go. You gotta let him go,
I'm not unhinged.
Dude, I'm not saying, nobody's saying that you're unhinged, bro.
All I'm saying is that
they're saying that you used a group chat about a show to make jokes about how you're gonna open his can of beans and Aaron to be on the podcast when you could have just messaged him that directly.
Yeah, it was a joke, but because I was clearly gonna do the podcast with you.
Right. I didn't even see the joke.
No, like I already messaged you about it. Like it was already planned for you.
So the joke was that you were messing with me?
No, the joke I was messing with Aaron.
Podcast and you're gonna be sorry. You're not allowed.
I thought it'd be like funny and weird for me to just. I guess part of me knew that it was so like out of the norm that I thought it'd be funny, but I guess everyone like if they said stop or like if
everyone was
quietly muttering
to use that group chat for its intended purpose. Is that what you think is wrong?
But they weren't. But they were like early on, they were like joking around. Like when the group chat was first made, they were like joking around, like having fun. But I guess the time for joking was over, and it started when you started doing it. I'm weird. I don't fit in. There's got to be something wrong with me. I do comedy. Anyway, well, we've passed the hour mark. Jake Redpath, he has a lineup of shows.
Yeah, I mean, just follow me on Instagram at Jake Redpath burner account.
Is it really a burner account?
JakeRedpathburneracct.
September shows. Saturday stand-up at the Bird Theater.
That was last night.
Oh. Chiefs and Chatter at the Comedy Club, KC. 9/11.
Okay, hold on. Every Chiefs game this football season, we'll be hosting a live. Me, myself, Dustin Slintz, and Mitchell will be hosting a live Chiefs viewing party with it's a comedic watch party. That'll be a lot of fun, and you should come out. The first one is September 11th. It's a free event. They're gonna have drink specials, stuff like that. Get to watch the game with us. It'll be a good time. We'll have like giveaways, games, that sort of thing. Come out to the Comedy Club of Kansas City, September 11th, for Chiefs and Chatter. What do I have coming up after that, Bill?
Casual comedy.
Yeah, casual comedy, casual animal. September 13th, dude. It's gonna be sick. Come on out.
9:15, another Chiefs and Chatter. 9:16, comedy show, Crane Brewing.
Crane Brewing Company comedy show. Cassie Duncan is hosting comedy show, Crane Brewing Company. It's the first one. It's got a great lineup. It's going to be a ton of fun, and you should come check it out. Okay, more shows, Bill. I feel like
Edwardsville.
I'm going to get to talk on this fucking podcast.
Edwardsville, Kansas.
Yeah, in Edwardsville, Kansas, at the Edwardsville Community Center. I'm doing 30 minutes. Opening for Jeff Leeson. It's a cancer benefit show. So, coming out.
And then 9:25, Chiefs and Chatter.
Another Chiefs and Chatter.
The 9:25 off the rails at Knuckleheads.
I'm also on Hot Waffle somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah. Hot Waffle. 9:24, Mockingbird Lounge.
Mockingbird, Hot Waffle. Brunch show. Come on out. KCK, Strawberry Hill. And then, of course, you can catch me on the first ever Fountain City Comedy Festival, October 13th through the 16th, or 14th through the 16th. That's going to be a great time. You should definitely come and check it out if you're in the Kansas City area. And, yeah, this is Jake Redpath signing off on the Small Boys Podcast. I'm happy that I got to talk at least a little bit.
Thanks so much for listening.